On February 28, 2026, the Middle East saw one of its most dramatic military escalations in years after the United States and Israel launched a major military operation against Iran early on Saturday, striking targets in Tehran and other cities. The strikes were described by U.S. officials as major combat operations aimed at crippling Iranian military capabilities. Many are asking what is going on in the head of Trump and his generals. I first couldn't believe my ears when I heard the news from my associate, but later on I found out that it was true and Trump really did it again. In response, Iran's armed forces launched a wide-ranging series of retaliatory missile attacks, as it had promised, against American military bases across the Middle East. Iranian state media and military sources said ballistic missiles and drones targeted U.S. facilities hosted in several Gulf Arab states, including Qatar, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain, notably near the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet headquarters and major cities in Israel. Explosions and air raid alerts were reported in multiple countries and cities around the Middle East, and authorities in the United Arab Emirates confirmed that at least one person was killed in Abu Dhabi after missiles hit the base. Bahrain acknowledged that a missile struck the U.S. naval support base there. Other Gulf nations said their air defenses intercepted some of the Iranian missile fire. Iran's leadership framed the attacks as a justified retaliation for what it called an unprovoked assault on Iranian sovereignty. The Iranian military corps said the operation, dubbed Truthful Promise 4 by Iranian media, would continue until what Iran called a decisive defeat of U.S. and allied forces. Global reactions are pouring in, with France calling for an urgent meeting of the United Nations Security Council and warnings that the situation could spiral into a broader regional war. European leaders stressed the need for restraint, while Russia condemned the U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran as an act of aggression. The conflict remains active and fluid, with diplomatic efforts underway even as military operations continue across several countries in the Middle East.